All right, everyone, this is Vishal from Equity Guru, and welcome to Chart Attack. And today we're going to take a look at some silver charts here. Definitely take a look at Galen's article up on our website where he covers all the dynamics of the solar panel and solar market. Check out our investors roundtable where we go in an in-depth discussion. In this video, I want to talk about some of the technicals that I'm seeing in those companies that we covered. I got to start here with the global solar ETF here, RAYS or RAYS. It's not looking the best. And luckily, we got a nice green candle close above this support zone here at 26.25. You guys can always go down to a line chart to draw your levels. Maybe it's a bit better if I draw my flip zone or support zone there, but nonetheless, it was looking pretty grim for solar. But today we closed barely above our support zone, so it's not a breakdown just yet. But if there is a breakdown here, if we do get a red candle close below this 26 sort of 50 zone here, then there might be some weakness here for solar, which takes us down to 24.50. We talked about the interesting aspects of silver and, whether it's at the baseload power level just yet. Of course, we hear stories about certain countries forgetting that there's something called nighttime that happens, and some of the baseload power is not stored in solar panels, and they run out of power. But of course, in places such as Saudi Arabia, where in the desert you can't really grow much agriculture, and I think that's a key thing because solar panels and wind turbines as well need to be put in places that have a lot of sun and a lot of wind, and generally those are areas that are the best agricultural land. So there's sort of this trade-off of sacrificing some agricultural land and installing things such as solar or wind turbines. Of course, you can do indoor farming or vertical integrated farming to save space, but then there's the other thing as well, right? And that's uranium and nuclear energy. That's technically a clean energy, a green energy. It doesn't release any CO2 in the atmosphere. Bill Gates is bullish on uranium. I've been calling him Bull Gates in some of the videos we talk about uranium and green energy. But I believe he just a few days ago has opened up a new nuclear reactor. That used to be a coal plant, but you guys can take a look at that. But Bill Gates is making moves, and he believes nuclear energy is the way to fight climate change. So keep that in mind. Obviously there was Solar City as well under Tesla, but I don't really know what's happening there. But you guys can listen to Galen's opinion on that, and he doesn't really like the fact that Tesla bought that company out to basically save its ass. But let's take a look at a few charts here. Let's take a look at Solar Alliance, and these are all going to be Canadian traded. SOLR, Solar Alliance Energy. Bit thinly traded, but you're going to see a lot of charts look like this, where we're just sort of basing, and really all we need is that breakout. I like breakouts. I would say, wait for the breakouts before entering, just because you want that momentum rally. So for solar, I would be looking for a breakout here above the 21 cent zone, and we have some nice basing here, and I can draw a nice support level here for us to work with. And obviously, if we break down, we head a bit lower. We also have here UGE International. Once again, I should probably mention this because you're going to see this in the next few charts, but there was a big pop in a lot of these not uranium, but solar panel and basically any of these clean energy stocks, because of course, when President Biden was coming in, his whole green plan and green infrastructure bill. So there was a bit of a hype when he was coming in. And I believe that infrastructure bill is, yet to be passed by the Senate. So maybe there's still a catalyst there somewhere if that's actually approved by the Senate. But you're going to see a lot of these, right? A lot of these solar panel stocks had big pops and then big drops later on in the year, and then we flattened. UGE looking actually a bit interesting here because of this sort of resistance zone, or what was resistance, now becoming support here at $1.80. Let's see if we can find some sort of buyers here and break out back above $2 here. But it's looking interesting. I'm not saying this is a go just yet, but keep your eyes here on UGE. And we have two more here. One is Boralex. And these guys have not just solar panel and wind turbine, but they also do thermal and I believe some hydroelectricity there as well. And a lot of people, claim that some of these green energy companies aren't making any money, but as you can see, Boralex here does pay a dividend, so they are making money, and they also do pay a dividend. And this is a utility stock, right? In terms of safety, I think it's prudent to have a utility stock in your portfolio, something that everyone's always going to use. So, example I always use is, here in Canada we have Fortis, or in British Columbia with Fortis BC. Everyone uses natural gas, pays for natural gas, and it's something that people are going to use regardless of what happens in the economy, and they pay dividends. And the whole idea of these utility stocks are that they're not too they're not too volatile, right? They're meant to be safe. They pay good dividends, and I think you should definitely have that in your portfolio, and we'll talk about that when I talk about the next company. But you guys can see here very clearly we're just in a range. Breakout in either direction, that's what gets you going. But again, don't expect something crazy with Boralex, because this is a utility company. And then finally, Innergex. Very similar looking chart here. Bit of a disclaimer, I am a shareholder of Innergex, and I've been looking at these guys for quite some time because they bought a company called Altera back in 2018 for $1.1 billion. So those kind of acquisitions were being made 3 years ago, when people were saying, oh, no, green energy and clean energy is going to take some time. These guys also pay a dividend as well. And once again, they have hydroelectricity, they have solar, and they also have wind turbines. So I prefer these type of stocks, like some of these renewable energy, green energy utility plays, because there is that utility factor there. But if you think about it, perhaps there is still that growth element attached to these companies. And I think, as long as they pay the dividend, these are nice sort of safe plays for you to act on. And again, that price action was more about the Biden administration coming in and the green energy deals before we sold off. And I think I've heard someone say about Innergex, they had deals in Texas, and when Texas froze over, some of the believe wind turbines there couldn't really do anything, so that was an issue there for Innergex. But again, with these renewable plays, if they have a diversified portfolio, not just solar and turbines, but hydroelectricity and thermal, maybe possibly uranium in the future, I think those are sort of safe bets. And as long as people pay and require energy, they're utility stocks, which I believe definitely should be in your portfolio. That's it for me, folks. If you guys enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. Be sure to follow us on all our social media links provided in the description box below. Join us actually over on Discord if you're interested in markets and trading or investing in general. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and let me know what you guys think here of solar, of Innergex, of Boralex, and all these other solar companies. Are you guys bullish solar panels, or do you think things such as nuclear energy or some other source of energy is what provides to be a big obstacle for solar? Let me know, guys, in the comments below, and I'll catch you all in the next video.